So in today's setup, I'd like to show you how you can use ChatGPT to do lead qualification and research for you, ranking them all based on your own requirements and ranking them low, medium to high, and also then saving those leads into your own CRM, and also notifying you or your sales team about the highest quality leads through your own favorite communication channel, be that mail, WhatsApp, Slack, etc. Now the tool we're going to use to put all our pieces together today is the workflow automation tool NHN. So here we have our NHN setup, and here, of course, here we start off with the triggers. Now in our example right here, with the tool we're using to collect leads is Typeform. So we need a Typeform node right here to start up the workflow. And now also we need to set up the information flow of the setup. And for this, we need some test data. So here we have connected our Typeform account. We've connected with our Typeform access token, and also then chosen the ID of the form we're collecting from. So we set up our own contact form, which will be this form. Now, what we would like to do is we need some test data. So we're going to test this step, and then we're going to fill in this form, and we're going to send this. This is just some test information. This is a real CEO from your company called Dimitri Dadimol of Modern Treasure. We're going to use this for example use case. We would like to show how ChatGPT does research for us afterwards. So the information we're collecting is first name, last name, phone number, email, and company. And we'll submit this. And once that's done, we go into our test step, and yeah, we see we got our test data from our Typeform, and then here we have our output in our JSON format. Now for us to be able to use this information, we're going to pin this data. So this will be our test data we're going to use to set up our information flow through the workflow. And then we go into the next node, and basically just quickly how you add nodes here is basically you click in the add icon here, and then you search for our OpenAI node. And then the node we're using here is we're going to message the model. That's because we would like to make a prompt to ChatGPT to do some research for us on this lead. So that's the node we're using, message the model. And here we have connected our OpenAI account with our OpenAI API key. Now, how you get this is if you have to go into your OpenAI accounts, you need to go log into the API platform, the OpenAI.com API platform, into Aldi Create to log into your account. And then you go into your profile. And then you go into your API keys, and here you create a key for NHN. This is the key you're going to copy into this step here in your API key for the OpenAI node. And of course, also with the work, we need to then fill up our account with some credits. So we have $10 in our credit balance. This is because every API call to ChatGPT charges like 0.01 cents or something in that range. So once we've done that, we can start up with setup. So we have we're sending, so it's the kind of the resource, it's basically what type of information are we sending. So we're sending a text or a string, prompting to ChatGPT. We're messaging a model, that's operation. And we're using then ChatGPT 3.5 Turbo, that's more than enough for our use case. And then here we are prompting ChatGPT to basically we're giving them information on the lead, first name, last name, and company, and then basically give them a rating from high, medium to low, and explain why. And as you can see here in our prompt, we're using information dynamically, like the first name, last name, and company. And how we do this is we drag it basically, if you would like to use the dynamic information from the Typeform, which is this for the input, we can then drag that information inside here. So then we get the formula, which then every time this runs, it will then pick up that name, last name, phone number from those fields from the previous trigger. And then we then ask them to prioritize tech companies and then the decision makers inside those tech companies, and they should have a budget over $10,000. That's our requirements for a high quality lead. And here basically at the end of our output is just some technical things where we're telling, since we're outputting a JSON file, or we like to output the content as a JSON, we're telling ChatGPT to always put the quality rating of the lead, high, medium, low, inside a specific JSON field called quality rating. This is because we need it to kind of sort out the leads afterwards in our switch node. And once we run this, we'll then get the response from ChatGPT. And here we got an output from ChatGPT. So we can see here, yeah, his job title is a CTO. That's what ChatGPT found. And he gave the quality rating of high. And that's because he works for a tech company. That's one of our requirements. He holds a position where he is likely a decision maker. That's good. And then probably has a budget over $10,000. So he kind of hit all our requirements for a high quality lead. So then ChatGPT will then give him a high quality rating. So if we then go into our next step here, where we're then sorting out these leads in low, medium, high. And if we go into our switch node we're using, so basically the switch field, we're running basically if statements. If you're familiar with code, Basically, it's checking that. So if the quality rating, this field is equal to high, medium, or low, we'll then output the lead to different paths in our switch. So in this case, if we set step, and then we see that here that this works. So our quality rating was high, so we got to the high output in the switch. And then in the next step right here, we are saving our lead to our CRM. So this could be whatever CRM you prefer, or Google Sheet if you would like. Saving then into our CRM in this case is HubSpot. Where we are then connected our HubSpot account. We're creating them to contact. We're basically creating contact, creator update, the contact resource inside HubSpot. And then we're adding the email, company name, last name, first name, phone number, etc. So you can just add as many properties as you would like to our contact. And here you can see we have one extra step for our high quality leads. So let's say you're a big company, you have your own Slack team and your own then sales channel. So here you can then send the information of the high quality lead straight to that, let's say, sales channel, where you have a new lead. Here's the information about the lead. And here also the reason ChatGPT gave why it's a high quality lead. And then you can also send that lead with the contact information for an email, so your sales team or yourself can follow up with that lead as fast as possible. And this can be whatever your preferred contact platform is, so Slack, WhatsApp, email, etc. And that was a quick setup of how you can sort out your high quality leads using NSN and ChatGPT. Now, if you have any questions about this flow, feel free to leave a comment below, answer any questions you have there. And if you found this content valuable, please feel free to leave a like or subscribe for more content like this. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and enjoy.